good to see you once again. I am William Stiloho, and I welcome you to Safety Hour. What a good time to be in your space and to bring you another discussion. As we always do on the show, we look at everything that pertains to your safety. And this is because we love you. We want you to be safe. We want you to be there for us. And because of you, we are here. So today we're having another conversation and we're looking at night driving. Have you ever driven in the night and you're wondering, how do you get home? In fact, sometimes I've had to ask myself, how do I just get home when you drive some kind of cars and you're having challenge viewing what's ahead of you, you're having challenge seeing even sometimes the normal road bumps that should be able to guide you and monitor your speed limit. And this is because of light. If your car has light or too much light or any light issue is what we're going to look at today. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but light is one thing that encourages visibility at night when you drive. And you know, sometimes you have to travel, sometimes you have to just move within the city, but then you need good visibility to be able to drive effectively and safely. So today we're looking at the right light. Night driving and visibility. The right light, driving and visibility is what we're talking at. And we have no other in the house than our Deputy Route Commander, Mr. A.K. Alaka. It's good to have you again in the studio, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for always coming and finding time to come and enlighten our people. Also, let me also remind you that Mr. Alaka is the Public Education Officer of Mowe Command of the FRSC. He is the one who goes out to educate people in person, and then we have the privilege of having him to do this on TV so that where he's not able to reach on foot, at least his image will be able to give us the needed information. So thank you very much for your service to humanity, sir.
Thank you so much.
All right, today we're looking at night and the right light. Let's even start with that. What is the right light?
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
When we talk about right lights, we are talking about the light that is needed in a vehicle. When I mean the manufacturing light, that's the manufacturer, the right light.
That's the original
original design, which the manufacturer designed on that vehicle. That is what we call the right lights in a short aspect. So that is the definition in a short.
And by the right light, that is already automatically suggestive that there is a wrong light.
Yes, there is.
Touch on that, sir.
Yeah. When we talk about wrong lights, you discover that some drivers in their vehicle, they attach extra light. We call it extra light.
Yeah.
In the layman's language, we call it extra light. So that is the light that which is not being fixed by the manufacturer. It is being put in place by either the driver or the owner of the vehicle himself.
Okay.
So, and that right light at times, you discover that some of them put halogen lamp, that you know, that light, the brightness of it and the intensity of that light is much, which can also distract the other driver coming on the other side, opposite direction, which can easily lead to crash. So that is extra light. Adding another light apart from the manufacturer light fixed on that particular vehicle.
Is there a situation where the original light may not be sufficient?
Is sufficient. You know what can really cause insufficiency about that extra about the manufacturer light is maybe, you know, you discover that some vehicles the light begins to fade, or is it the lamp itself begin to fade off? I think that's what makes most of them, you know, when it's faded, you know, it will not give the real intensity or and the distance covered by that light that will be able to, the driver will be able to see the distance. So they went on and fixed extra light that fits that they can see better.
But you said,
which we condemn.
You said that extra. See again, I was going to say that you said that extra light is wrong light.
Yes.
But in that situation where the car is having visibility challenge, should I not get a means of getting a better light?
But it will affect other drivers.
So what should we do in that?
Yeah, that is good. There are alternatives you can do.
Okay.
Either you go for a new one.
Okay,
replacement
the old one
of
with the original
the same
capacity.
type. Yes.
Right.
You go, you replace it, or some people call it, they go to wash
the lamp
so that it will be able to be more brighter and to be more intense, so that people will be able to, you will be able to, driver will be able to
wash, it can be worked on.
So the danger part of the extra light is that, as I've said earlier, it affects other road users, especially when both vehicles are coming opposite
each other
direction, which can lead to crash. And you know, some people have a short sight that they cannot even
withhold lights.
Yes, withhold lights. So that is the danger part of that extra light.
You really touched on that danger. I was going to leave it for later, but maybe we may come to that. Let me stay on this part where you said the original lights can be retouched, can be replaced.
Yes.
So that's one thing we need to take home. And then another thing I want to say, you've talked about the danger on those who are coming. But sometimes you're driving and then it's not just the person who is coming that is putting too much light on you, even the one behind you.
Yes.
Does that affect? And if in that case, is there something I can do to be able to move smoothly? Because personally, I've had situations where I had to slow down, let the person in the car behind me to pass, so I can be able to concentrate. Because by my mirrors, the light is bouncing back into my eyes, and it's affecting, sometimes really, really affecting. So I just intentionally slow down, or if get away, back off the road, so the person pass, and then I continue my driving. Yes. In that case, what else can be done or should be done?
Okay, in that aspect,
where we can adjust the mirrors to give us good
visibility. You see, in that situation, as somebody that is behind, when that light is reflecting back on your face, I think the idea you use is better. Or what you can do, if you know it's a risk to your life as the other driver, the other thing you need to do is either you park and allow that person to move further, so that it will not affect other road users, or you use your own vehicle to crash on others. So the best way, alternative way, is the one you have said. Either you slow down or you park, you allow the vehicle to go.
Okay.
Yes.
So now I'm talking about still light, the light thing. What if in a situation where I've driven my car out, and I'm maybe in the midst of my trip or in transit, and for some reason the lamp decide to go bad, it can come on, or maybe just go dim for some whatever reasons. What should I do? Am I expected to park there, or what should I do?
You see, that is why during our public education or enlightenment to drivers, there are some vehicles, there are some equipments, especially if you are conversant with our highway code, National Highway Code. It's just, we call it like a Bible, road safety Bible. That's what we call it. So you discover there are some materials that you need extra. For instance, we advise driver to always have extra of these bulbs, fan belts, and so on and so forth. Because on a journey, at times you discover that something can go off. You understand? So that you'll be able to replace them. If you have extra of it, a bulb that you discovered that is going bad, you can easily replace them with the ones you are having.
Okay.
So you need to have extras of those things, especially fan belts, this lamp, and so on and so forth, so that you'll be able to further your journey whenever it gets spoiled.
Without being stuck in the middle. I was going to say, I asked that question to bring us to the point of the guy that's flashing me from behind.
Yes.
And I had to. So sometimes in that situation, especially with the sensitivity of our country right now, if you're traveling, it becomes a little more scary. You get the point, to just park or to just wait or give way. But then again, we had to stay alive to get to where we're going anyway. So in that situation where maybe you have this challenge midway, you don't have a spare. I know the law will say the law is the law.
Yes.
What is the penalty for those who are caught maybe at night driving, sometimes no light? I'm not talking about those who are intentionally not having light, they knew and they entered the road. No. I'm talking about those who went out in good faith. Maybe at some point something happened and then they lost their light. What do you advise? Or what's the penalty for those?
You see, we have what we call the light sign violation on our notice of offense sheet, which we issue to people, motor offenders. So on the notice of offense sheets, we have the LSV, we call it LSV, is abbreviated.
Okay.
That's the light sign violation.
Okay.
The light sign violation can be of different ways. For example, the one you have just stated, that somebody driving without the lights, which is on the high side of risk. And those ones that add extra light is the same light sign violation we give to them. So that's why I say it's of different way. Okay. So it's just like overloading. We have overloading by passengers.
Yeah.
We have overloading by goods. So that's how the light sign violation also works. Not having a light, or even having your brake lights not functioning, is also light sign violation. Because your brake light also have it works. It does.
Definitely.
Because you inform the other behind you that you are applying a brake. Yes. So when we discover that those lights are not working properly, we issue you that notice of offense sheet. We book you for light sign violation. So that is the penalty.
The penalty aside, is there implication to that booking?
What the implication as usual is, what we do is, if it has to warrant you, maybe us taking you to the office, so we enlighten you more about the risk of the offense you've committed. Because some people prove ignorance of the law.
Yeah.
They say they don't know.
In this climb, not everybody actually went to driving school. Some of us had access to cars, and
yes, good.
We just learned from the home.
So we bring them down to the office, we educate them. These are the implications or the dangers of what you are doing. So we ensure we tell them, not only book them and allow them to go. In some instance, we educate them. So to know, some people don't know the implication of what they have done. Until when you educate them, you enlighten them, you say, that's good. Like, for instance, there's somebody I friended recently on that same light sign violation. You know, there's what we call, an acronym we call WOFT, which is WOFT.
Yes, sir.
That's, we call it morning parade that you do, a driver is expected to do every morning. The W is water, the O is oil, fan belt. These are those things he needs to check before he even kick his motor. He starts his motor. So I educate him on the reason why you should check your lights. You know, you cannot do it without the help of others. You cannot know whether your brake light is working. You say he never knew something like that he would have been asking his son to always monitor his back. But you know, light is something that it can be working, and suddenly it went off. So depending on how you've spoken, and you know, there's a way you stop somebody, you say, I did it. And he's genuine. Yes. So that is how our job in court is discretionary.
I like that part. I like that part where you talked about your humanity coming to play. You're not just trying to put the law because it's the law.
Anything you are doing,
you look in context and this person is a human and he's sincere. So we would give you maybe a light warning, and then the ones that you know,
depending on how you spoke,
smart. You know, this one you are trying to play smart.
That is how it
let's
works.
Bring the law to play.
Yes,
so it's good. So again, talk to us, discourage us if need be more on that extra light, because again, I'm looking at for those who travel. I'm not just talking about because within the city sometimes, interstate, long distance trip, they have, some of them have to have some of these lights because they are passing through terrains that maybe are bushy, small animals, big animals jumping and crossing the road, or some turns. And then for some, you don't even know if there are pots that have now come up from the last time you traveled that road. What do you say? Is there maybe some level of allowance for those kind of people, or just everybody, it is out of place?
No, there's no justification for that when it comes to violation.
Yes, sir.
No matter how it be, what is needed of you is, as I've spoken earlier on, that once you have issues with your lights, either you go for replacements. That is the best idea for it. But maybe going long distance, that is why you warrant you to maybe add extra light or this. It is not, we are not encouraging that. Because the bad it does, we look at you when you measure disadvantage and advantage of something. You look at it. Disadvantage it had, the issue of extra light has is higher than its advantages that you may think. because you are doing other road user bad. Why you think you are doing good to yourself? Because there's a lot of cases like that you see, you discover even some people went on and putting on halogen. Or is it fog lights?
I was going to come to that. And I was going to ask you, sir, there are different types of light.
Yes,
I've seen your men in one of my trips while traveling, and they blocked some other vehicle. We were coming from afar. It was daytime. And then they had this extra attachment light, and your people were just using stick to break it.
To remove it,
like, he wasn't, I was like, are these guys not being mean or what? I didn't know the implication was this.
It does a lot of damages.
Because they did not have the driver. And as soon as they stopped it, they were just hitting the thing to break. Especially there were some that, were a little bit that can be bent down and raised up. Very hard lights. Yeah. And the guy had maybe, I think, 3 or 4 in between the 2 major lights. So, but people now said that was over. That was too much, and those are strong lights or stronger lights than normal. So let's take it back to the point where you talked last. The halogen bulbs. There are different types of bulb. Even the same car light that the manufacturer designed. There are bulbs that can be fit into that system. That seems to be a little bit sharper. Take for instance, let's use a popular Corolla. Is what they use for commercial, at least Uber level. Some Corollas. The same Corolla, the same lamp shape, but the bulbs inside are different. Some are sharper than others. I mean, very sharp. So when you hear driver talk about they bought halogen bulb into it, is that also still against, or if it's able to enter into that box, into the lamp provision, is he okay?
No, you see, let us still go back to the manufacturer has already put in. That is why in vehicle there's dim lights.
Yes, sir.
There's the full lights. Why travel as a good driver? There's a place where you get to, you have to dim your lights.
Yes, sir.
For order to be able to see ahead and to avert otherwise. So even fitting in that halogen bulb, there's a way you can still dim your lights, as you have said. That it will not affect not using full light. Like, for instance, getting to a bend.
Yes, sir.
A sharp bend.
Yes, sir.
Then you now
pour
your full light, and someone is coming
from the other side.
It does a lot of. So that's why you should know when to apply. That's another thing. You should know when to apply the dim and the full light. For instance, now when you are we call it, there's dual carriage road. And there's express.
Permit me to use free lane.
Yes, free lane, where both people are. That's a single lane. We call it single lane, where both the coming and the. You don't expect while you are going on a straight on a single lane, and a car is coming facing you, and you are putting on full lights on that same driver that is coming. The driver will not be able to see from. Maybe there's a pothole where the driver won't see it. So these are the dangers. We let people know these are.
And sometimes he may not even be able to tell when he's either going too much to the middle or away from the road automatically.
Even to make the matter worse, maybe the driver is someone that is managing his eyes.
Exactly. I was going to touch on that.
That is why when we want to issue a driver's license, we also test your eyes.
To be sure you're fit for
that driving. Is why we even discourage night driving entirely. On our public
much as it depends on you, don't drive at night.
Yes, we discourage it. We go to parks, we discourage people because of the dangers that are involved in night traveling. I don't want to talk much on. We are not talking about the insecurity. That is not. But we are talking about safety. Yes. So we're talking about the road safety aspect of it. So we discourage night traveling. We go to parks. We go to churches. We discourage it. If you want to travel, ensure you do the traveling during the day where you can be able to see the road very well. Maybe it's a driver that has maybe we have the short sight issue or the long-sighted issue. So you'll be able to see very well and drive very well. So that is why I said earlier, we do eye tests during your processing of driver's license. We ensure we check your eyes. Can you see very well? You see, we put in some alphabets ahead, so we ask you to look at it.
I've been to those on several platforms, both for
so that's why we incorporated, so that we reduce the rate of crashes concerning that aspect.
It's okay. So now talk to us, expatiate a little bit about that dimming of the light, because some drivers seem not to understand that thing exists in the car.
Yeah.
They just put the light on
Straight through.
till they get to destination. They are not concerned. Sometimes even when you're driving at night, somebody's coming opposite you. You try to even flash them with your light to let them know that
that's communicating.
And they are just still going.
So when you need to use the dim, is most of the time when you discover that the maybe, let's say, the single lane.
Yes, sir.
Single lane is when you should use your dim, not full. You should use more of dim. You understand? Yeah. When you are going on a single lane, you use most of the dim, because you only use full maybe where you discover that there's a distance, or maybe the place is, maybe you are the only driver at night that is moving, so that you'll be able to see front. But once you discover, immediately you see a coming driver, you dim it, you reduce it. So that is when to use it.
I think we will still have to do a little more education on this light control.
Yes.
Because I will say I've had to face it firsthand several times, and then you're flashing, you're trying to
caution,
and the person is just
not even knowing what you are signaling for. So we are trying our best. We are doing it. We go to parks, as I've said. Even yesterday, I was at this Konoe Park.
Okay.
I was educating people on overloading, dangers of it. I have the pictures on my phone.
Yeah.
I was there yesterday. It's our job. We have to tell the people the dangers of what they are doing, because, as I've said, some people don't. They seem to don't. Even some people know it. They don't even care about it. Some people knows the law, but they don't. So that is why enforcement has to be put in place.
Let's touch a little bit about those, because of our time. Let's touch a little bit about those who are having eye issue, but for some reason they have a necessity to drive. What would be your advice?
You talk about necessity. Necessity. When we talk about necessity, your life, I think your life is more important than any other thing. You can employ someone that is licensed to drive, because you don't negotiate safety. You don't negotiate safety. When it comes to safety, you don't negotiate. A little mistake can do a lot of damages. Yeah. So you go in, that is why you see some people, they employ drivers.
Yes.
So we don't encourage you, when you have eye problem, to drive. There's no two ways about it. Either you employ someone that's
or do the driving
easier for you.
Okay. I don't want to drag that too long, but what would be your final words as touching this lights and night visibility? What would be your final guiding words or your parting words to both drivers and even the passenger who entered driver's car?
Yes.
So what would be the take home you will leave them with today?
First, I will also say this, and I'll continue to say it. Don't involve in night driving.
As much as possible.
Yes, as much as possible. I discourage night traveling. That is the first thing I will say. But if you must drive at night, you should ensure you should be careful, and you should be mindful of your safety and other road users' safety. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes.
So that is the word from our very own Mr. Alaka, the Deputy Route Commander of the FRSC here in Mowe, Ogun State. Thank you very much for always coming. He is the education officer of that station. So thank you very much for your word. Thank you for the parting words, especially. As much as you can, don't drive at night. If it's on you and if you can do away with it, it is better. At least so we make our roads safe, and then we have everyone alive, because if you're not there, we may not be here. So thank you for watching today's episode. We love you. Don't forget, check your lights as you go out every day. Check the front light, check the back light, check your brake lights, check your full lights, and your dim light as well. Be sure everything is in order. Check your pointers.
Yeah, those ones too are very important.
Check your pointers, because the person who is coming ahead of you will need to know if you have a pointer, he knows you are crossing his lane, so he knows either to give you space or let you pass, or you allow him pass before. But if not, he might just drive into you. So please check your light. It is important as you go out and you go pick your vehicle. The Lord will help us.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir,
Thank
for coming.
you.
Thank you for watching. I am William C. Loho signing out. Till we come your way again next week with another episode. Have a blessed day.